Hi, I'm Dave Congizer, the Stormwater Program Lead for the City of Tumwater and the NPDES Permit Coordinator. We inspect catch basins as part of our NPDES permit compliance. We're required to inspect 50% of our catch basins annually. They're also our first line of defense for our stormwater system. They allow sediment to settle out of the system and also keep water from flooding our streets. In late 2021, we reorganized our operations and maintenance team, and we created a dedicated stormwater maintenance staff, which really helped us to develop this new program. That team wanted to create a more efficient way to inspect catch basins. They also wanted to create a more efficient way to store data for reporting purposes. We wanted to be able to track performance metrics to report to our management team and our elected officials. And we wanted to be able to easily train new staff as they came on board.
Hi, my name is Mark Tigan. I am the stormwater crew lead for the City of Tumwater. We're in charge of the whole storm system in general. We do all the inspections, cleanings, repairs, and sweeping of the streets, and generally try to keep the storm system clean. So when we started, our stormwater reporting process, it was quite a few years ago, and we were working with an old program, and we were working on laptops in the field with an air card. And the old program was very data heavy, so it was very slow and non-reactive, and a lot of times we weren't getting reception in the field. And it was really dragging down the flow of our inspection, cleaning, and repair processes. So when I took over as stormwater lead, I met with my crew, and they told me of their concerns with this whole program as well. And so I approached the water resources team and said, look, how can we do this better? And they were very receptive of it, because there's information that they need to recover from this whole process for their annual MS4 reporting. And it's also for our data as well.
Hi, my name is Georgiana Strobin, and I am the GIS analyst at the City of Tumwater in the Transportation and Engineering Department. So when I first got involved in the catch basin process, I actually got an email from Mark asking if we could create some kind of way for them to use field maps, use WebGIS to streamline the inspection process. To the best of my knowledge, it was taking a longer time. They were using Lucity, which is our asset management system. They were having connectivity issues in the field using that solution. So we were asked to try to come up with something better, and it ended up taking us a little longer than we had planned to actually get that idea to reality, but we started working on it. Field maps and Survey 123 are similar. They're different. They're like cousins. So Survey 123 is definitely like a form-based application there can be a map component and a location component in there, but it's really just about getting the details, getting the attributes of things. Location is kind of a second aspect of that. And then field maps is a new thing. So when we first started creating Survey 123s, we weren't really exposed to field maps yet. It came out in, I want to say 2019, and it's like an updated version of Collector. So field maps is really cool though, because it allows you to not only map data, collect features, and interact with it, but you can also create custom forms for your data. So it has a better Survey 123 component. However, the forms are not as detailed as Survey 123. There is more of like a limited component there, but it's still a really cool tool. So if you don't want to link Survey 123 and field maps together, you can kind of get the best of both worlds in field maps. For the catch basin inspections, we are using a field maps form, and then we are also using a related table so they can collect different information in one application.
We handed it to the GS team, and they had a working program within a month, and it was something we took out in the field and we test fired. We didn't know if it would work, to tell you the truth, but it worked great. There's a few bugs to work out, and we just kept having interactions and feedback with the whole crew, the water resources, and the GIS, and it all just came together rather quickly. And then they added a dashboard feature along with our program, which has been great for everybody involved. So the dashboard is something that we can all look at from any monitor in the city, and our management can look at it. The water resources can look at it. I can look at it as a supervisor to map our progress, and our crews can also look at it to lay out the work that they need to do for that day, that week, that month. So it keeps a running count of all the cleanings, repairs, inspections. It's all brought together on one dashboard, and everybody can get their information from that. So the crew will pull up in their truck and get out, pull the grate off the storm structure, inspect the inside, and what they're looking for is any deficiencies as far as cracks, missing mortar, excess material in the bottom, does it need to be cleaned. So they inspect the whole structure, not only just whether it needs to be cleaned, but whether it needs to be repaired. And then they document that on the iPad. And once they close the report, it will highlight on the screen, on the map, its need for cleaning or repairs. The old system that we had several pages to each inspection report that we would have to fill out to complete one report on one asset in the city. This new system, not only it's got a lot of features built into it, like GPS tracking. We just bring up the map and the neighborhood we're in, and it'll GPS us right to that asset. And then we touch that, say catch basin, it opens up a quick report. We can fill it out in 20 seconds and the report's done. So it will tell us, do we need to clean it? Does it need repair? And then it highlights those conditions. We're trying to send the cleanest water, either into the ground or back to the rivers as clean as possible. And if we don't clean and maintain these systems, we fail to do that. It's also part of the sweeping program too. If you look at it, because a lot of the sweeping program that we do gets a lot of those impurities, heavy metals and stuff up off the street before they actually end up to where we need to clean them out, or they go downstream. So it's kind of a complete system, It's not just cleaning the catch basin, it's jetting lines, it's repairing things, maintaining our ponds, the whole ecosystem.